Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura and today is going to be kind of a random video, just like a coloring tidbits video of what I've been working on, a little haul, and then we'll do some coloring together. So let's start with what I've been working on. Start with this book. So, the Scottish Nature Coloring book by Lee Muldoon, I think is how you say it. I'm not entirely sure though. I did look it up on Google and then I forgot. I did this double page spread. As you can see in the mountains, there's gold. This is with markers. Everything is still with markers. I'm still on a marker kick. I like how it turned out. I just like it. It's just fun. So there's that one. And then we've got, this is a new book for me. I just got it like a couple weeks ago. Starkana Wave Song by Ash Miyagawa. I have some of their other books and I really like them. So I was excited to see this one. This one's ocean themed. And I colored one page for Mermaid because I hadn't done anything for Mermaid yet. You know, got to get in there while you can. So I did this, and there's some gold. I think she turned out really pretty. A lot of this was with the Crayola Super Tip pastels. So they're not entirely pastel. Some of them are kind of bright, but I've been into those lately. And then we'll go, oops, losing my books. And then we'll go to Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. And I've done a few in here. This was a new book for me for Christmas, I think. So I did, hang on a second, there we go. I just can't see can't see what you're seeing. So I finished this page. This page. This page. And this page. And this one has some gold. Enjoying that book. And then the most that I've done is in Wonderful Wildflowers by Johanna Basford. So we're going to start in the back and just go through. Some of these I've already done previously, so I'll try to remember which ones are old and which ones are new, because you will have seen them already. But I've absolutely, I dove into this book. Just, that's all I colored for weeks. So I colored a lot. I like this page. That one is an old one. Colored the peacock, kind of fun, bright colors. I did these two. I like this one. I didn't like it at first. I didn't like this pink color I put in the middle, but it all kind of came together in the end, so I do like it. This one was, I was experimenting with some markers that I'd gotten off of Amazon. Ended up returning them because I didn't like them, but so I only a teensy bit is colored with those markers, and then the rest is with my own markers. So that's why there's like some color differences here and there. That's an old one. This one was really leaning into the pinks and oranges. This little panda. I think this is a new one. I like this one too. This one. This one, which did bleed through a little bit, I used Ohuhu water-based brush markers, like the skin tone set, and I used that for the squirrel, and it bled through a little bit, so you can see it right there, maybe. So I did this one, and then I took, let me see if I can grab it. I took a plate, you know, just some really Amazon basics, you know, just some really basic dinnerware that I had, and traced a circle. I'm hoping to get some actual stencils soon, just so I'm not carrying around this plate in my marker bag, but it did work really well. And then we've got this one here. The background ended up brighter than I was intending, but I think it looks nice anyway. We've got these two, which complement each other very well. I made these like little strawberries. I don't know what they were supposed to be, but I made them strawberries, and this bled through a little bit, these little peachy things. But I'll probably do a background on the back of this anyway and cover it. These two pages, this is one of my favorites out of the entire book, the sunflowers. I made them all into sunflowers. These two, I just did this one the other night, maybe last night, no, 2 nights ago. I like this one too. I just like the soft colors of it. There's not as much done in the front of the book. For some reason I gravitated towards the back of the book. There's this one. I kind of tried to incorporate some reds because red is not my favorite color, so I don't gravitate towards it. So I tried to put in some reds. This one started off with purple down here, but then my purple marker was running out and I didn't feel like finding the replacement, so I just started with a different color, so it's kind of a gradient. These two, this one bled through a little bit. The blue in the background bled through a little bit, but I like the color scheme of this one, all the blues and purples. And then I like this one. This one I kind of tried, oh see, that one I'm not quite done with. I didn't do the border. I'll have to go back and do that, or maybe we'll do that here. And I didn't go over the stars. And I didn't finish that leaf. I didn't finish this page at all, but I did try to complement the colors with each other. This one is another one that I did with the plate. Yeah. This one I just did. This one was supposed to be different. This one was supposed to look like this, but I didn't realize that these three weren't the same. Like the line art is different, and these two match, so it's gonna bother me, but that's okay. I do like the colors I chose, just kind of soft colors. That's an old one. This one, kind of muted colors. I forgot to color the little stamens in there. Let's go back and do that. This one, this was an older page, but I gave it a background and I'm not happy with it. Then I went over it with gold in the background to try and like break it up. Not my favorite. Then I did the introduction pages. I like how they turned out. And then I started, I didn't go back and finish these either. I started the nameplate page and the page over here. That's an old page. So I've done a lot, and the pages that I've marked here are ones that, I don't know why that's marked, that I wanted to give backgrounds to, so I might go back and do circles, or I might do like blocks of space right here. We'll see. I don't know what I want to do yet. That would be good with the circle. That would be good with a, 2 lines right here. This might need a circle. I don't know. Anyway, so I've been really, really, really busy with this book. Let me put my little plate back so I don't lose it. Nope, that's not next. Next, I'm going to show you a haul. I got these aesthetic highlighters from Mr. Pen. I want to show you what they came with. The Mr. Pen logo is a mustache, and it came with a mustache sticker. I just think that's so cute. Anyway, the aesthetic highlighters are... Well, I'm just gonna... Hang on. Making a mess here. These. Hi, Clover. That's my baby. I need to go cuddle with him, so I'm gonna go and come right back. But they're Mr. Pen highlighters. They come with a chisel tip and a bullet tip, and I will tell you more about them in just a minute. Back. My cat is very demanding. When he needs cuddles, and he needs them right now. So, and how can you say no? I mean, really. If you're a cat person or a dog person, you'll understand. I mean, you can't say no. They give you that look and you just melt. And plus he's a senior citizen, and I want to treasure every moment I have with him, Okay, so let's get back to what we were talking about, which are the Mr. Pen aesthetic highlighters. Let me just take them out. I tried to show you. But that didn't really work. Okay. So here they are right here. And then I have hang on. There. Those colors right there. And there's no names or numbers on these, so I'm going to need to number them myself, or name them myself. There's not that many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A nice selection of colors, in my opinion. My only gripe with them, so my favorite markers are the zebra mild liners. They have a chisel tip on one end, which I don't like, and a bullet nib on the other end, which is soft, and I do like. These Mr. Pen have a chisel tip, which works great if you're, if you're used to using chisel tip products. I'm used to using the bullet nib, and it's a little hard. It's a little scratchy, and I feel like it's just waiting to tear up the paper. So you really do have to use the chisel tip. That's my only gripe. They are nice colors, but they, in my opinion, they don't match up to the zebra mild liners. And then next up are these Shuttle Art dual tip highlighters, mild tones. So they're dupes of the zebra mild liners. And they're in one of these impossible containers that as soon as you take out like one or two, they all fall to the side. So that meant they were never going to live. Hang on a second. They were never going to live in here. Just throw that away right now. Make sure my microphone isn't going to fall off. Okay. Let me take out. Sorry. Let me take out these, what did I just say? Shuttle art? Yeah. And these have this, I have the same gripe with. They are lovely colors. I can't cover it, but they're these ones right here. Lovely colors. There are a few neons, which there are in the zebra mildliners as well, like that pink, that orange, and that yellow. But the rest are quite nice, mild colors. That one's a little bright, but I like them. Only gripe is the same thing as the Mr. Pen. Comes with, again, no name or number on them. Comes with a chisel tip, which works well. And it comes with a very, very fine bullet nib, which means, you know, unless you're coloring, this would be great for coloring really fine details, but if you're coloring larger spaces like I usually am, that's a no-no. Not gonna happen. So I'm stuck with using the chisel tip, which I'm not really accustomed to. I'm just gonna need to get used to it. How many came in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 28. Like I said, you know, it's a good selection of colors. It's just, I really like the bullet nib on the zebra mildliners. So yeah, I haven't really colored anything with them. I used, actually I can show you. I used, which book was it? It was this book. It was right here in the front. Maybe not. Maybe it was in the back. That one. I used this mid-tone green right here, and then the big leaves. I used I think one of the shuttle art ones, and then for these fine vines, I used one of the Mr. Pen ones. So I mean, so they work. They look nice. Okay, what else do I have to show you from supplies? From supplies, let me tell you about my panic buy. I went to buy, so my favorite Crayolas are the pastels, the 20 set of pastels. And I went to buy a backup set, and they only had packs of 12. Like, you know, new packaging and much, you know, in a pack of 12. I'm like, oh no, they've reformulated. You know, they've redone everything, and now it's going to be a pack of 12, not a pack of 20. And I panicked. And I sought out a bunch of, you know, packs of 20s. I don't know if they're really doing away with the pack of 20 or if they've just introduced a pack of 12 in addition, but I panic bought. And luckily they were not expensive. They were, you know, less than $8 a piece. So I didn't lose a huge amount of money, but I bought not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, but 8. So now I have many, sorry, my microphone's falling off. There we go. I have many Crayola Super Tip pastels. I just momentarily lost my mind. That was all. It's fine. Everything's fine. So the worst part is I'm not mad about having them. I'm going to use them. The worst part is just trying to find a place to store them, really. So that was my panic buy situation. I'm sure some of you will understand. Like I said, I have no idea if those 20 packs are really going to be discontinued or not. Little mustache sticker. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Honestly, I'm probably just going to throw it away because I don't think I'm going to use it. All right. Let's go on to a few other coloring books that are new to me. Coloring book Animals from White Star Kids. Illustrations by Camilla Garofano. I have the unicorn one as well. I just like her loose artwork, her loose line work. It's very nice. Got this on Amazon. Did take a while to get here, but pretty pleased. I got some more. These are the last bits of my haul. More of the, I still think her name is like Ellie Muldoon. Muldoon. It's Scottish, and I wish I could remember what it said, how it said to pronounce it. But I got a few more. I got the Scottish Gardens. Oh, that's a fun page. This is just a really cute book. And then I got the Scottish Islands, which is a reprint of one of her other books that I can't remember the name of right now. Yeah, I can't remember the name. It's a reprint though. It's one that's not available it's one that's not in print anymore, and it's a reprint with a different cover and a different name. So be warned if you have all of her books already. This is just a reprint. Does it say? Yeah, originally published as the Hebridean coloring book. I don't know how you say that. Hebridean. Hebridean. Hebridean coloring book. I don't know. It was originally published as that. That one's out of print now, and now it's the Scottish Islands. I like her style. I'm excited to color more. Watercolor works really well in this book, or in these books, and in the book that I've tried it in. I haven't tried it in these specific ones. I've tried it in one of her other ones. The Scottish Coastal coloring book. So this one just has a lot more water. So yeah, that's my haul, and then we're gonna do a little bit of coloring while we're here. Not much because it's late. It's 10:30 p.m. and do I have anything better to be doing? Not really, but at some point I'm gonna want to go back to my room. So we'll just do a little bit of coloring. This is Women's Wisdom by Kate Forrester. This is a Get Creative 6 book, which means it's a really nice book. And this is what I've done in this book so far. You've seen these pages before, but it's one of my favorite books. And I really enjoy working in it. And then my current page is this one. So I've already done the main flowers, and I've done the background. The background was a Artex acrylic marker in C19. And I've done a little bit of her, but I need to finish the leaves. I was working on the leaves. That's what I was doing. So we're going to go back to the leaves. and just work on those. Yeah. So I hope everybody has been doing well. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and I say that just about every video, but I always come back. It's just, I'm tired, honestly, is what it is. I'm tired. I'm on a new medication, and I take it weekly, and I take it on Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and part of Thursday, I am absolutely wiped out. Like, so much so that I can't function. Like, I just sleep. So, at least a good part of the afternoon, I sleep. If I had a job, I don't know what I'd do with myself. So, I'm struggling with it, and it causes a lot of nausea, so I'm struggling with that, and so yeah, that's just been my life for a while now, and I'm just kind of trying to adapt to it and hope it gets better. And yeah. Then a while back, I'm gonna turn on this fan. Is it gonna bother you? No. Okay. I don't see it catching on the microphone, so I think we're okay. It's just a little toasty with all these lights on. Oops, sorry. I need another color. Sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to use any of these. These are on my color swatch sheets. I just stick them in the book that I'm working on and continue on. I kind of want that one, Dark Sailor Green. Okay. So, a while back, a couple months ago, I guess, I mentioned the passing of my great uncle. And it was very sudden and unexpected, and we are in charge of, getting rid of his estate. That sounds awful, but the house is going to be rented out, but it's, all his stuff needs to go somewhere. We're keeping, photographs and important paperwork and things like that, but most of it's just stuff, everyday living stuff that you either need or you don't, and if you're already established in a house, you probably don't need. Like, how many spoons does one person need, really? So we've already had one estate sale, and it did not go well. So we got rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff was bought, and then a lot of stuff, we didn't make nearly as much as we would hope. We didn't get rid of nearly as much as we had hoped. But enough was sold, and then our neighbor, is a teacher and fundraises for girls' sports teams at his school because they're underfunded. And he's a special education teacher. He also fundraises for all of the special ed kids to go to Disneyland at the end of the year, because the regular kids, sometimes get to go, and the special ed kids don't. So, you know, it's not funded. Just so much isn't funded. So he works at the swap meet on the weekends, and he knows somebody. He works with somebody, and so he drove his truck up the driveway, and we loaded it up with just household goods. And so he was able to take that to the swap meet and sell it. So that got rid of a bunch of stuff, but we still have a bunch of stuff left. And we kept some stuff to resell at the next yard sale, thinking, you know, it was still sellable. But a lot of it we got rid of. And now we've been working so hard in the house to price everything, trash things, recycle things. You know, it's been a monumental task. It's honestly, I didn't know how difficult going through someone's estate is. It's physically demanding and draining. It's emotionally draining. It's, you know, it's just, you're exhausted. And we don't have, you know, infinite time to do this, because the house, we have people ready to move into the house. We already know who's going to live there. And you know, we can't just leave them hanging forever. They need to be able to figure out when they're going to move in, and you know, move their stuff, and, you know, maybe hire movers or whatever they're going to do. You know, they need, you know, leave last month's rent, and, you know, leave notice and all that. And so they need to be able to do that. So we need to hurry up. And I say all that to say that we're having another yard sale in a couple weeks. And what's going on is that, you know, my mom is, you know, has cancer, is sick, and can't, do anything that's physically demanding. And, so that leaves my dad and I, and and, you know, he works during the week. So we've just been spending, like, all of our weekends trying to get stuff done. And so what I've taken upon myself is to, sorry, you can hear that, that's the air conditioning, but I can't change that, and I'm really hot, so I'm glad it's coming on. I'm taking it upon myself during the week to spend like an hour a day going through stuff and pricing and trashing and recycling, and, you know, just doing what I can. So I'm like extra tired. I just missed some places here, so I'm just going back. I'm really tired. So doing things like videos is like something I want to continue doing, but that I'm struggling to find the energy and just the energy and the motivation, I guess. How do I do this? Like this? Yeah. Anyway, so that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. Would much rather be just making videos, because let me tell you, I am over clearing out an estate. It wasn't even that big of a house. I mean, it's bigger than my house, but most houses are bigger than my house. But like, it wasn't even that big of a house, and there's just... Anyway, I don't mean to complain. I'm just tired. Every intention of after my nap tomorrow, since at this point in my life I have to take a daily nap, I have every intention of going back over to the house and spending another hour. It's hard. I should put... Hang on. Is this book too tall? No. That's better. So it's easier to color on something when it's not the last page in the book. Anyway. But I hope all of you have been doing better than me. I really do. I did acquire some interesting things for myself from the estate. I got a Joy of Cooking cookbook, which I did not have already. You know, I think everybody... I grew up with, you know, like, that being the norm for everybody having a Joy of Cooking cookbook. And so I don't have one, so I grabbed that, and that was my great aunt's. And then I grabbed a salt and pepper grinder, like a hand lathed wooden salt and pepper grinder that were made by my grandfather. So I'm very proud to own those. I acquired a couple baskets that I probably didn't need, although one is for harvesting vegetables. And I do have a vegetable garden going, so like, let me tell you about the vegetable garden. So it started off with 3 zucchini plants, 2 tomato plants, and it's grown. It has grown. Started off with 3 zucchini plants. One of those is getting bigger. 2 of them are kind of staying kind of small, and it's like, I don't know if they're gonna make it. So I planted 5 more zucchini plants. They came in a pack of 6. I had to. And then I put the other one out for free so someone could have a free zucchini plant. And but then my mom planted basil up there. She had me plant basil up there. And for this color, this one. What else? My mom babied along a nasturtium plant for me, which is flowers, really pretty orange flowers. It's officially been planted outside. So that's great. 2 tomato plants. One was a volunteer. I'm not sure it's really going to produce any tomatoes. I'm watering it, and it's grown and it's flowering, but nothing's happening. So I think it might just be a dud. My other tomato plant is growing tomatoes. So I go and water every day. Okay, I'm gonna finish this grass and then we're gonna call it good because we've been here a while. I don't know, do you guys like longer videos or shorter videos? If you've gotten this far in the video, maybe you like longer videos. So you let me know if you prefer longer videos or shorter videos. I'll probably never make like super short videos because I talk too much. But I can try to keep them, you know, not super long. And my cat's back. So now I'm gonna have to go have cuddles again, and we're not gonna finish this this grass. He's very demanding, I tell you. And I'm just a sucker, and I love him to pieces, and I can't say no. Hoping he'll get distracted by his catnip rug. I just put fresh catnip on the rug, and hoping he'll get distracted. Yep, I can hear him on the rug. Now he's having some kibble. Well, he's not having kibble, he's having treats, but same thing to him. He has a bowl of treats and a bowl of kibble, and he doesn't eat the kibble, he only eats the treats. If I just put out kibble, he won't eat the kibble. He goes hungry. So I've decided that, you know, it's not worth fighting, and if he wants to eat treats for the last years of his life, so be it. Reminds me of my great-grandmother. She was 100. I mean, like, what do you do at that point? You're alive, and unless you're aiming for longevity, you know, you can do whatever you want with your body, and it doesn't matter. You know, she wanted See's candy. And, you know, it's like, fine, you can have as much See's candy as you want. You're 100. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy your life. So that was my grandma was the same way when she got older. She wanted See's candy all the time. And like, you know what, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy. Let me tell you, she didn't die from eating See's candy. She died from old age. So my grandma did not die from old age. She died from Parkinson's. Complications of Parkinson's. But my grandpa said, this is all getting so morbid, I'm sorry. My grandpa said he hadn't been to her gravesite in a while. So when he went, he brought a box of See's candy and left it there. Which I just thought was really sweet. I was just telling my mom that we need to go to our cemetery and, you know, leave flowers for all of our family here. And so we're thinking after we're done with the estate, after we're done kind of like on a time crunch, we're going to go get some flowers and go to the cemetery. So that was all more information than you needed to know, but once I start talking, I don't stop. This light color was not a good choice for this background because I missed so many little spaces and it's really hard to see them. Until you're like on top of it. that'll have to do for now. Let this dry, and then I'll take it back to my bedroom and work on it some more when I'm done with the cat. Okay, I'm gonna go back and cuddle with him some more, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I know some of it was kind of sad, and some of it was just me rambling, but I appreciate you listening and just being there for me. So I will be back again with an update on how the estate liquidation is going. Until next time, everyone take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.